Hey guys, I've been trying to fall asleep for an hour. Felt like too hard to sleep. So what do? Continue the science game here. It's my go-to zombie mode. This plus ASMR, but since I shown you already one part of this, I guess might as well stream the rest of it. Also, I was trying to fall asleep. I was thinking about what kind of perversion army can we set for the dwarves. You know, some siege perversion. And like, in my head, it looks like Archlector, Warrior Priest, and I think I put Digdag Bro, the Amethyst Wizard as well, so that's 3 characters. With 15 mortars, silver bullets, and the silver on the range. How the hell is anybody gonna survive a siege battle against that? 15 mortars nuking the city. Wizard slowly fade Bijuna, the critical range targets. Archlector and the Warrior Priest just tanking. And the survivors, well, what's gonna happen to the survivors? There's gonna be 2 stock units with guns shooting them to death. What's going on here? What's this lag? Come on guys, one moment. Not be lagging really, what is this? Oh, it's like slow speed. The hell. It should be fine, should be fine. Sometimes, you know, when I come online in a really weird time, the server is like, no, we handled you enough for today. Go to sleep. We're gonna shit on your connection. It's like the server knows when I'm streaming, and when I'm not streaming, it just bottlenecks it. It looks like there's some issue with this thing here. Okay, so what is going on here? This is a game where we're spectating all the AI in action on a large map and normal settings, so nobody has any bonuses from the start on the loyalty, so it's a slower game. See how everybody is running in a normal environment. In case you missed part 1, I said plenty of what was going on. So basically, they're spectating here. See how the AI does. Tyranids got deleted early by the orcs. The Chaos is currently, you know, stuck in their spaghetti ball, while Astra Militarum keeps surprising, but they might start running out of basilisks. The Necrons are in a very disturbingly strong position. The way they position their cities is just perversion. And the resource they have nearby is like, it's impossible for them to lose, I think. Space Marines and the Orcs are fighting each other. The Orcs have run out of steam, and the Space Marines have been decimated by a Lord of Skulls earlier, but they're starting to recover. The Orcs don't even have any really good units to handle Terminators, and they just basically have still their early game, turn 187. They lost city number 2 and city number 3. Astra Militarum lost the capital to the Necrons, but they had a really dangerous range army. It looks like the Necrons might win. Last couple of nights when I couldn't sleep, I was basically just watching this and listening to some ASMR on YouTube. But since I've shown you guys some of this, might as well show you the rest. I got a coffee, so I might be up for like 2 hours. I sleep like a vampire when the suns come up. Hey Ron, evening. Nice you there. I spent like an hour in my bed trying to fall asleep. Oh man, they're damaging the unit of Terminators. Fortunately, the Necrons have 3 obelisks. And the Astra Militarum still don't have their recruitment up. Then deep shit. Deep shit. Man, it was so hot today, I guess yesterday, that the heat didn't really go down until like midnight. My brother didn't forgot to sleep before like 3 AM and he's working in the morning. Goddamn heat. Space Marines still looking at Scout Marines. What do you mean? They have the Scout Bikers. Just usually too squishy to be worth it. Because they require technology as well. I feel like some of the early stuff shouldn't require technology to research. It should be immediately available the moment you have the buildings. Oh man, Chaos did increase the quality of their infantry. I mean, look at this. Obliterators, Chaos Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines. Chaos Pont is always nice to harass. Not that many cultists anymore. Hawks, Master Possession. They even have one Corn Berserkers here. Another into Hawks. Will it be this badass gun? Looks like I have to say that this kind of reminds me of those shitty modified miniguns from the Fallout 4. Supposed to be looking cool, but they really look shitty, really. More like that unique red minigun from the Fallout New Vegas. This is how minigun's supposed to look, not like this. I mean, this is Chaos, so chains and spikes, you know, it's their thing. Second city, where? Oh, they built. This is the third city, actually. Third city. This was the second city. They lost the capital of the Necrons. Necrons surprised them. Nobody controls this ore field. It's kind of crazy. I mean, this location here. Is some streets location for city. Also, playing the last game on huge and now playing this game on large, I have to say the huge games feel a bit long and maybe even a bit grindy. Large does feel like right. There's plenty of space. 44 tiles and a 51. But it's not even that small. Makes you wonder why they didn't build any larger maps. Maybe they plan to do some bigger maps. Can you imagine like 2 times huge? Holy shit! Man, if I need to ask one thing of developers, I would ask them 2 times huge. 102 in each direction. We would play that campaign for weeks. For weeks, and we would fight everybody. Might as well be like Empire, this Star Wars style campaign. Oh my god. I mean, huge is solid. It's a big map, but it does feel like a little bit too slow. I mean, long. I feel like the games of this should never go over 20 hours. But it was good. It was good. Man, I would like to just see the extremes. I mean, this game runs pretty smooth, so I have no reason why they shouldn't make a bigger map. Man, imagine a bigger map here. I mean, this is large. Large is really solid. So for a really solid game, I recommend large map size to play this game. Every now and then I feel like huge, but then after I'm finishing huge, I don't really like feel like huge for another 10 plus games. While I have to say the smallest mobs are terrible on hard difficulties. Absolutely terrible. I'm not even sure if they're doable with some factions. Hey Cookies, hey Booker. Devastators can have many different weapon choices. Hay bolts are only one choice. What we're talking about? Devastators use last cannons. We're talking about the Havocs. Havocs use autocannons. There is a heavy bolter in this game and it works differently than the autocannon. Hey mercenary. So to be fair, the Space Marine Devastators are supposed to have heavy bolters, but they went with last cannons in this game for some reason. Aha, I didn't see that message. I'm a fan of a heavy bolter. It's a really solid weapon. But they probably went with the last cannon because a Devastator is the last cannon is 3 range. Another 2 range unit for the Space Marines wouldn't do much. Oh man, they lost a Basilisk there. They have no unit recruitment. China or Kill Up, yeah, they're behind, like 20 turns on their recruitment here. Man, this thing can take ridiculous damage. 11 armor, and it does only 4 damage, huh? It's about right. 67% accuracy, huh? As ordnance. Oh. Yeah, it's mix sounds about right in 11 armor. Obelisk is really tough. I mean, Obelisk having this much health is justified. The thing costs 214 inches, it's insane. Yeah, this Obelisk might delete a couple of these Basilisks. It can survive another 2 rounds, I feel. I feel like the Titans might be too demanding to make a model of in this game, or they don't even get the license to make Titans. Because, you know, this is special shit. But then again, isn't a lot of Skull Titan? Isn't this supposed to be a Titan? Titan of Chaos? Or is this something else? I mean, a lot of Skull's weapons are pretty absurd. I mean, this is how I imagine a Titan would be. Well, if the developers keep doing this game, which I do hope they do, we might see more tanks, and I do hope Titans are bipedal. Yeah. Yeah. So all Titans walk on 2 legs. Interesting. But if I imagine a Titan in this game, I would imagine him being as strong as a lot of Skulls. Although I feel like the Lord of Skulls melee weapon is a little bit absurd. Maybe it should have lower damage but more health. Then again, it has a demon damage reduction and it will not die, so the health might be justified. I mean, the Space Marines are recovering, the city is growing. The city is too close to the edge. You know, if you play a long game with Space Marines, you need a really good city location. It's too close to the edge. It should have been like Like here at least. They're gonna lose so many tiles there. Oh man, are they building more obelisks? Doom blades, I guess they want a little bit faster units. Obelisk is slow to get to the front, but when it gets, it just destroys everything. I thought so too, Congrasas, but they seem to be spawning randomly. They actually spawned in the middle of the Space Marine army the second time, which was very awkward for the Space Marines. I mean, look what does it say on the Lotus Skulls. Where the hell is it? Where the hell is it? Look, listen to this. The Greater Cleaver of Corn. This weapon is a little bit absurd. Each of these vast brazen blades weighs as much as a battle tank. Swung with psychotic fury by a Lord of Skulls, a great cleaver can shear the leg from a titan with a single blow. This weapon is a little bit absurd. I feel like this weapon should have slightly lower damage, and Titan and the Lord of Skulls should have more health. But it already has a demon, and it will not die. So the health might be justified. It can get another 45% health with level 10. I guess it's fine. Still, the proper firepower makes this health irrelevant. Yeah, Warp Talons. Warp Talons is it's kind of like what them call the Assault Space Marines, except they have stronger melee weapons, and they're demon. So they have 10 attacks but 5 soldiers. Each one has 2 attacks. Warp Talons are sometimes silliness to kill. They have protection from the environment. Yeah, the Terminators with some cover are really hard to kill. I mean, it's the job of the Terminators to go against stuff like that. They're like the Space Marine Special Forces. They go for the nasty shit is, you know, has to be done. Yeah, they're dead, man. 3 obelisks. 3 obelisks is just ridiculous. These guys just have a crazy location. 145 energy. Ore is still looking good. Ore is basically used for upkeep mainly. The buildings and units. And the energy is pretty much their ore, while the ore is their food. Yeah, this is it, man. Necrons are on the roll. This Astra Militarum cannot recruit any units, really. They're like 20 turns behind before the construction, the buildings go up. They don't have the population to get the recruitment up. They lost the capital. I mean, those obelisks can get pummeled by the basilisk, but they're gonna run out of basilisks. Ooh, they're building launch pads. They're building launch pads. We're gonna see some gunships.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
Oh man, I'm not even sure know how to say this. Gingivitis, English Prime. A little bit in zone mode here. Ginger. Vitis. What? What just happened there? That Orc Warboss is level 6. It's strong enough to kill Terminators. Oh man, look at how much chaos is here. Yeah, the Astra Militarum is toast. Oh, they're in deep shit. Those obelisks are on medium health, but they're running out of units. There were 2 walkers, 3 walkers. They're supposed to be taking losses, not the basilisks. Losing a basilisk that has any levels, it's a big loss. They're not easy to level because they're always in the back. Yeah, the warboss has very impressive damage. Yeah, this warboss gonna do it. One Terminator. They've been starting to move things north now. I mean, this is not a very impressive orc army. The warboss is the scariest bit. He takes 2 attacks from a Terminator, he'll fall back. Takes like 3 Defilers to kill 1 Terminator, but the thing is, you're not supposed to be using Defilers to fight Terminators. Usually you fight everything else but the Terminators, because the Terminators are not supposed to be killable. Everything else is supposed to be target first. It's like when I was fighting him there, you know, everything was dying except the Terminators, because the Terminators were not even worth attacking. The power fists do a lot of damage, but still, you damage them and then you leave them. Kill 1 or 2 soldiers in their unit and just leave them. They're not worth really finishing off the attacks. It's all this spam, nothing left to kill. This orc's a bit demoralized here, huh? Oh man, that survives on very low health. Yeah, looks like the Necrons will win this one. They have scary resources. They can pretty much build 3 more obelisks. 6 obelisks, nobody can handle that. The orcs and the space marines just gonna eat each other's resources. They're non-stop. They just like proper destructive units of space marines to avoid casualties. Yeah, Astra Militarum is about to get wrecked. They definitely recovered their army, and it's much better now. Much higher quality. Yeah, this is toast. They might kill 1 obelisk at best here. Wasting shots on tomb blades. Only 1 gene lab, huh? Very strange. 2 gene labs here. Look at the amount of ore, and this is all volcanic. Pretty much most of it volcanic. The only grassland here doesn't even have farms. What the hell? This makes no sense to me. There is a renderer on volcanic. 2 more renderers. It's a grassland at least. Two renderers on volcanic. Look at that influence. What the hell? I just noticed. I don't know how to use boons. Marks. No marks. No marks. Oh my god, this is so messed up. Look at that influence. They didn't research any marks. Yeah, it's definitely wonky right now, the chaos. AI. They need that AI guy to sort it out. And Terminators, when they get some levels, so scary. Another basilisk down. And they're toast. There's a demon prince next to their city as well. Obliterators as well. This is what I need to siege a city. 2 obliterators will do it. Yeah. I don't see anybody winning against the Necrons here. What the hell did anybody supposed to do against obelisks? Even the Astra Militarum has issues with the obelisks. So on a normal difficulty, when there nobody gets any bonuses, you know, the player does probably a good one. Usually can keep up with 30%. On hard is 10%, and it's should be much faster the game. 195 turns seems like a bit insane considering what's been going on in the map. It's not even a big map. It's I mean, not even a huge map. It's just it's large. With hard and 10% bonus, this game might have been already done. Obelisk will want to show the basilisk. Yeah. Astra Militarum dead. Dead. From the lightning in Tempest, Emperor deliver us. Well, the Emperor might, might deliver you, but make sure to get it. What is it? Ceramite plating? Was it Keramite? Ceramite? I already say it. Literally costs 6 food now. Very strange. 6 food. But swore I had a feeling this thing goes with energy. 6 food. What was it? The Demon Prince cost energy? 4. And the orc's still not getting any good shit. Trying to kill Terminators with meg guns. If only Terminators had wings. Level 3, level 4 and level 2 obelisks. They're gonna take their hollow projector. No, get it 10% more health. There are two obliterators attacking the city here. Yeah, that's so much. Turns. Oh, orc spawned another city. Look at that. But oh, the Nakeds built a third city. Yeah, the cooldown seems a bit too long. If it was 5 turns, would seems a little bit more useful. I mean, it looks like they way too often put things on 10 turn cooldown. Why not like 6 or 8? These guys are dead. 3 obelisks. They're healing in the back, not even going aggro. Storm Talon gunship. They don't really have energy to get much aircraft. Hey, bonkers. Terminators get an accuracy above 2? No. Terminators are using Power Fist and Storm Bolters. So they get Kraken Bolts and the Close Combat Mastery. Extra Infantry Armor. Signum is just for Devastators, I think. Storm Bolter already has decent accuracy. Oh man, they took the kill there. Oh, look at the experience. Man, the Astra Militarum is surrounded here. The Necrons build a city down there again as well. Yeah. 3 cities, huh? Population has been increased here. And the Chaos is built as well, their city. It's a lot of grass here. They need food for infantry. I mean, it happens to everybody, Lauren. It happens to everybody. That's why I'm not risking that much to move. LH, you and Orc technology have something common. Your tech works because the Orcs believe it works. Yeah. Unless you're scouting or you get lucky, an army can be coming your way, and that's why you have to go in directions. You either stay at the base or you're scouting while you are clearing the areas to get experience. I mean, think about it. What's the point of exploring? Get outposts and get levels on your soldiers. But then your base might get a tricky spot if it's not good located in a good spot, like in a corner. Or you don't explore at all, invest everything into cities, and there's a pretty good chance nobody's gonna come at you. And when it matters, you're gonna outproduce everybody. You can play like that too. Astra Militarum bad luck is they were in a bad spot. Between the Necrons, which are the strongest here, and the Chaos. I guess the exploring might not be the right word to use here, boss. It's scouting, more about scouting. I feel like the Astra Militarum should not scout in the beginning, especially on bigger maps. Invest all resources in expansion, close to the capital. I don't know what the hell the Chaos is gonna do against Necrons. Necrons need to break infantry for breakfast. And they still have room for dessert after, you know, kill something else. Eat dessert for breakfast. City's in a nice spot. Have to see how big the city got. The defiler there, man. 10% here could have mattered. There's an ore field here. Looks like both the Orcs and the Chaos have issues spending ore. Guys, they look like Orcs with that much influence. I'm not sure they're gonna do anything but the infantry. Space Marines have recovered their military for sure. The way this is going, they might even destroy the orcs. I jump TV. I think they did. I mean, this is solid for the price. But unless you get some serious experience, I don't see this ever, you know, living long. Yeah, it's probably correct there, Seabass. Probably correct. Because my experience with this with the Aston Martin taught me something that it's like every time I explore, I just invite trouble home. When I don't explore, the trouble doesn't come find me. The bigger the mob, the less the chance as well. But it also depends on location and how wide you build. So a small area like a city here, or like 3 cities like in this area is all they need to become a big player. It's all about getting those resources up and running, and not really start conflict on your own. Eventually they'll find you and the conflict will start. Astra Militarum and scouting / exploring / reconnaissance. Early game exploring is like, it's almost like doing them not any favors. Just makes it worse. Which is another thing, you know, Astra Militarum has a little bit crazy going their way. Start to feel like imbalanced in all the wrong ways. It's almost like they tailor the playstyle of Astra Militarum for the common people, you know, people who, you know, don't really care about doing anything really special. Just, you know, turtle, take your time, build up, and then start to move and attack. And it's like almost like they're not gonna get punished for it. On a smaller map they might, but on a bigger map I don't think so. Feels a little bit too biased, really. Then again, you know, everybody's favorite is probably Space Marines. Some of the things for the Astra Militarum has been messed up for way too long. Almost like developers are biased as well. Like scout sentinels having hunter killer missiles. Come on, man. Esther Molo. The scout sentinels are already too cost effective in the beginning, like to the point like, what the fuck is the infantry there for? If you try to diversify, you weaken yourself in production and in technology. Variety and diversification is bad. It's bad. even the same shit like in Total War. You don't want to put too many unit types in the army. It's like the discussion we had, you know, I said like 19 shades. I mean, like, yeah, if you like AFK battles, you know, go 19 shades. You know, but, you know, nothing wrong putting 18 shades in a dead hag. Get some replenishment, you might take sometimes damage. Who knows? God forbid you put a Black Dragon in the army, then you have to click a few more buttons instead of going AFK while the shades kill everything. So in the case of like that, why bother doing anything else? Just create an AFK army and they kill everything. You don't need to build other recruitment buildings, and they don't have to think much about what to put in the army or what to click. Almost like, you know, getting brain damaged, because, you know, you're just gonna limit yourself to one thing. Eventually, when you get to play a proper faction, you know, like, you're gonna see they don't have broken units, and you're gonna say bad faction. Nothing wrong with putting like 4 to 6 shades in the army. Nothing wrong with that. But getting planetary alignment, rank recruit lords, recruiting lord ranks just to get the shade trait, and then just fully buffing shades. This almost looks like worse than, you know, the idea of doomstakes. Man, I mean, automated doomstakes, no brain recruit. Like, oh, let's recruit a lord. Let's put a noble or a handman in the army. We'll put the 6 Wings Guard, put 4-star dragons, and we'll put 8 Sisters of Aldorn. Doomsday complete. Oh, let's recruit a lord. Let's recruit a handman or a noble. Oh, let's recruit 6 Phoenix Guard. Let's put 4-star dragons and 8 Sisters of Aldorn. No room for the mages, guys. Who cares about the mages? We're just gonna AFK the mages so we can get extra doomstakes. Okay, now the doomstake complete. Okay, let's go again. Let's get a lord. Let's get a handmaid and a noble. Let's get a 6 Phoenix Guard, 4-star dragons, and let's get 8 Sisters of Aldorn. Ching! Put an egg mage. Conquer cities, get more mages, get more entrepreneurs. Oh, let's get more doomstakes. So we got the lord, handmaiden or a noble, 6 Phoenix Guard, 4-star dragons, and 8 Sisters of Aldorn. And then they complain, oh, high elves are dull, they're boring. Well, the Empire doesn't work like that as a shoot champion. You could put 19 steam tanks, but Empire is you know, a combination of arms together. They don't have broken units like that. Like Sister of Valor on the Shades, we can just go AFK. You actually have to click buttons, assign targets, micro units, make sure that these units are protected, and not just go AFK. Have submarines use jump once? I have not seen it. I mean, it's such a zombie mode, like it's like full screen of red. At least, you know, the left and the right are fighting. Man, look at this shit. Chaos has no chance, right? You know, you gotta give it to the AI. They didn't care about monoliths. They just went straight for the obelisks. Look at their resource. There's still a lot of energy. The negative ore doesn't really matter, they're gonna keep up. Another obelisk on the way. 2, 3, 4 obelisks, 5. Yeah, this game more. Game over. Man, the Necrons not been harassed their base, and they got out of control with the resources. How are these space marines gonna kill obelisks? They might kill the Doomsday Arcs, but not the obelisks. No Hurricane Bolter. The Necrons are one of the most powerful factions in the game. One might say even the most powerful. It's depending what way you look at it. But Necrons and Astra Militarum are definitely the top. How come the air makes so few cities? You don't have to spam cities resonance. Like for example, in the case of the Necrons, they limited how they can build due to Necron tombs, and you don't really need ever more than 3 cities. If those 3 cities go really high, you don't really need more than 3. It's good to have like 4, but you don't really need more than 3. The Orcs have lost 3 cities, while the Space Marines can only have 1. The Chaos, yeah, I'm wondering why they only built 2 for such a long time. They should have had 4 cities already like this by now. I mean, look at the Necrons, 41 and 36. They can build. They could have built another city here. It's a kept position. This Necrons got a ridiculous location. I'm definitely saying the Necrons won't cause the location. If the Astra Militarum was here and the Necrons were here, I think the Astra Militarum would have won. But Necrons know how to recruit units, while, for example, the Chaos is currently a bit broken. Spaghetti ball. The Space Marines are doing pretty good. The Orcs have only know how to snowball in the beginning, and it's like right now, I don't know. It feels like the normal might not be their thing. They just can't deal with Terminators. It's actually pretty strong in the beginning, regardless. Wait till you see a fresh game, what the Orcs do. It's actually very strong. Also one of the stronger early games. How can they compete with these resources when the Necrons can get 3 or 4 times more cities? You know what happened here, Congalas, why the Orcs didn't progress? It's they lost the city here to the one unit of Obliterators. They failed to build a second, third city with lots of resources, so they don't have a lot of resource outputs to go for the big units. Since their cities got destroyed without progress, because they didn't guard the second city, just lost to obliterators. They just can do this. They're limited in their resources. I bet if the orcs had their second city prospering, they would have already had very good units. A single unit of obliterators destroyed the second city where they built on top of Tyranids. A Chaos Spawn was scouting and Chaos built a unit of obliterators sending down there to destroy the city. Where was Tyranids? Here. Deleted by the orcs. They had no chance. It was a slaughter. Tyranids possibly the weakest AI in the game. Yeah, the Necrons will win. The resources are just out of control. They're not losing any ore, and they just keep getting more and more energy. This is over. They're gonna even throw a little bit with the Track Stalker. I love how they're still producing. Look at this. This makes no sense. I love how they're producing Immortals when they can produce Track Praetorians. Why would you ever click on Unit Immortals if you have Track Praetorians available? Oh man. They research Track Praetorians, but they're still cream Immortals, man. It's like makes no sense. And like the difference in the cost is irrelevant. They have resources. Flavor. I don't think the flavor applies to this game. This is a pretty cutthroat, you know, kill them before they kill you. Immortals are pretty bad. They're too low tier, and the gap between Necron Warriors and Immortals, it's not good. Well, Track Praetorians are pretty good. They have 6 armor penetration. If they all the researched, they should be recruiting Praetorians, not Immortals. Immortals are really shit. And the Space Marines might destroy the orcs there. You have to understand this game. Some units, you know, just don't make no sense, and they're not supposed to be recruited. Like saying like it's for flavor when it's just bad and clearly a bad option, which is just I'm gonna undermine you. No, it's like that doesn't really apply for flavor. They're just bad units which are not usable. Waste of production. You know, seeing this game compared to Warhammer 2, you have to give it to Cadre 7, man. They make a lot of shit work, and you know, and even then, you know, so we are still sometimes not happy when we just want to make everything like that work. It's like for the longest time, the Pistoleros were just a shit unit, one of the worst units in the game, unusable, and double range increase, double arm piercing damage increase, even health increase. Actually made them a viable early game unit. There's a lot of units that are viable. I think all units should be viable on Legendary. Most of them are viable on Legendary. That's why these skills and experience exist. A lot of the units can be run as a flavor. Try hard army for sure. Well, this game here is a lot of units just useless. They actually built their fourth city. Of course, clearly some units exist for because of multiplayer. Units like zombies, like scaven slaves, like peasant mobs, those are pretty much just exist because of multiplayer. You can't really say there's any flavor in those units. Units like the Emperor Knights will never be good because the Reichsguard exists. The gap between these two units is not big enough. It is basically a cheap recruitment cost cavalry option for the multiplayer. So there are units like this which you know, will never be really viable on Legendary just because of the multiplayer. And it's alright because these units are shit and should not be viable on Legendary anyways. They just exist because, you know, cheap extra bodies. Knights of Blazing Sun are viable, Congrassless. They're viable, they have flaming attacks, and you can use a Bright Wizard to get more damage. They're basically just going to be a gimmicky Reichsguard, is also viable. So this perfect example of a flavor unit. Knights of Blazing Sun. Peasant mob versus cancel zombies. Who wins? Zombies, of course. They have fear.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit?
The thing is, the Skaven slaves and peasant mob will rout, while the zombies will not rout. And they have fear, so the zombies win. Hey, Logic. Yoo! Yoo-hoo! Yeah, the Space Marines have vehicles, but they're not using it for some reason. Space Marines doing good here. The Orcs failed to get the resources to expand their roster. I still think Necron's gonna win here by a bit huge advantage. No jump. They need more resources. Like I said, for example, if the Orcs had a second city build up, they would actually be building better units. Like, the moment these guys started hitting big energy, they immediately went for research on Obelisk. Their second vehicle, the first vehicle research was an Obelisk. And they started recruiting Obelisks. The moment they hit the bigger pool of resources, they started recruiting them. With the exception maybe of Chaos, because it does look like their recruiting is pretty glitched. Volcanic area, focus on infantry and no vehicles, when the Rhinos are important to infantry strategy. I'm pretty happy that the Space Marines destroy the Orcs. They just couldn't deal with Terminators. What's the base going on here? There's no way this will be able to deal with Necrons. No way. Oh, jump! That's insane. You know. Just don't be one of those people who just rerolls for 20 hours and then starts playing because they get perfect start. You know, I just love to make all areas work. But sometimes you get such a crazy area that, yeah, what you say there. Ore fields are ridiculously strong if you get them close. Yeah, the Necron's got the best position here, the best location. Yeah, that's good. That's good, jump. That's good. This area is just insane. Insane. The Necrons win because of the area. And they got a damage artifact right above. Necrons with a damage artifact. They already have the highest damage. Yeah, I have a feeling. I mean, have you seen my last Aston Tarum game? I clearly lost because of the location. I still want to see how it played out. How the hell is supposed to kill so many veteran obelisks? You got Floyd Hill by CSM. I was actually taking them a long time to get me. I just had a really bad location. Locations by the water are cool looking, but actually pretty bad. Look at the size of this Space Marine army. AI and AI violence. And the Chaos can't do shit. Oh, what's that? What's that? I think I saw a bird. They actually made the meteoric descent part of their regular attacks, not a special ability. But it still looks like shit. Why is this attack so bad? I mean, look at these numbers, man. These numbers are off. 4 damage, 1 attack, 6 armor penetration, 12 accuracy. And this is supposed to be against flyers? I mean, what the fuck is this shit? Make it like 3 attacks at least. What the fuck is the 12 accuracy if the damage is so low? Man, that is so bad. This thing looks like if it attacks something in the air, it will shred it to pieces in a single blow. This is just, the numbers are so bad here. Did multiple attacks. 4 energy cost? God damn it, man. They should pay you 4 energy per turn to recruit this unit, not the other way around. Yeah, still got shitty aircraft. I used that thing against the air. It was not even that effective. Congrats. I think I actually sent 2 of them against the air unit, and that air unit fled still alive. But benefit the aircraft get, they're fast, they can ignore zone of control, and yeah, they cannot be targeted by melee attacks. Can you manipulate the game settings to favor certain faction? Yes, yes you can. You can give like 10%, 30%, 60 or 100% bonus to a faction, while you can keep the other faction with no bonus. Like right now, the Space Marines have no bonus, and I could have made these scales with 10% bonus or 30% bonus or even 100% bonus, so they get bonus here. Yeah, it's like that's the only good thing about Incogras is just for scouting. Supposed to be some scary melee bird, but instead it's like scary, you know, gonna deplete your energy scary. Overpriced scout. That thing really looks like it can shred something in the air, but it can't kill shit. Chaos doesn't need bonuses, it needs bonus brain cells, yeah. The Chaos Kernel has some issues, you know, they're stuck in the same spaghetti ball as the Vampire Counts. Their brain power has turned to mush, and it's trying to repair. Give or take a couple of weeks or months. Well, Tyranids still suck. They have like a couple of good units with the heroes, and that's it. Really bad. You can try hard with them, but the AI is probably the worst. I've never seen Tyranid AI do good. Congrassless, their infantry is actually stronger than the Space Marines because of the Marks of Chaos and boons, but they're apparently not using Marks of Chaos. They're just saving influence, I guess, for the next game. When you look at the marks, boons, icons, the Chaos Space Marine is stronger than the Space Marines infantry-wise. My bias to Basilic Imperium Guard? No, I actually played a lot of other factions than the Awesome Return lately, I'm out about. I'll get familiar with all the factions. Don't just play one faction. Well, I hope you didn't get any cliffs or water tiles, because you're gonna reel behind in the late game. There's no denying it that the Astra Militarum is overpowered. No denying it. A couple of changes need to be made. Necrons are almost as overpowered. Maybe they can actually do something here. Their army is gonna be destroying chaos. Maybe the Space Marines can do something here. If the Necrons lose their capital, they might get into problems. They will not be able to maintain the ore upkeep without a capital. There's no way. They're gonna lose a very important resource here. Shame those Storm Raven gunships didn't brought any Terminators. If those Storm Raven gunships were full of Terminators, there'll be Space Marine's victory here. Lord of Skulls, where is he? Here. All is chaos. second. Putting a M26. How many other Lone Master campaigns? And the obelisks are very slow. Space Marines coming around. Gonna be the third order Lone Master campaign. They might actually do something there. Command M26. So one moment, guys. House campaigns are almost all created. Just have to update them. No, just a mouse campaign. Yeah. Thank you for the command, Al. Hot command. Looks like just get silent banned. My own channel. Thank you, Twitch. I have to do it through Nightbot. Okay, M26 here. We promised, I promised 30 special campaigns. Next year is gonna be less, but they're gonna be more special. We have a lot of them now queued, to complete. Okay, M27 is also there. Basically just missing let me see. M19, M20, M21, M22, M23, M24, and M25. So the 7 will still be created. I think 1 or 2 might be Vortex, and 2 might be on different scales for different experience and interesting, to see what's gonna happen on lower scales. Also, this campaign's probably gonna be played in October and November. Well, I expect a lot of Total War in October. Well, it's one of the special donation options. people can mess up the campaign or make it interesting. I haven't had special on since I don't know one. Oh, holy shit. They're actually doing something here. But there's still a ridiculous amount of units they can bring here. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's the red versus blue. The cities are much more productive. Holy shit! Just before it disappeared, it put the obelisk to 1 health. No, not a one shot to demoralize this. Come on, man. Kill that. It's gonna suck if that thing survives. Survived. Feels bad, man. Man, the Space Marines look really mean here. They mean business. But the army is coming. There's way too many obelisks and they're veterans ones. The fact they haven't killed that level 9-1 on 1 health, it might be that might be the war, the whole war, because that obelisk survived. Lord of Skulls did not one-shot it. How the hell did it survive on 1 health? 73 acquisitions and another recruiting new units. I'm actually a little bit surprised the Marines are so effective here. That was a jump jet. The Marines aren't getting flanked there just for Marine of Steel. Yeah, they're definitely getting surrounded. Attacking the Necron's base, it's a bad thing, because the Necrons can keep producing stuff here, like nothing happens. Doesn't look good here for the Marines. I don't know, maybe they can do something here. I mean, the Necrons have 20% health and 10% damage. It's not fair. The Marines have nothing. And then dipshit. Are the Space Marines vehicles any good? Nothing really special. The Land Raider comes too late, and it's really can't really compare to the other big stuff of the other factions. But it's good enough to keep producing, so you get quality per tile. Yeah, the Marines are deep shit here. They're getting killed so fast they can't even maintain the morale. Baneblade is excellent. Marbar, talking about Space Marines here, not Astra Militarum. They're not the same faction. I would like to see more tanks for the Astra Militarum, man. That's one can dream. They're getting slaughtered. They're too close to the Necron base and they're losing units faster than they're killing, which means they're outnumbered and outgunned. Outnumbered and outgunned. If only they knew how to transport the infantry so they get there faster. If only they knew how to use orbital deployment. If only they knew. But the Necron's AI also has downsides. Space Marines require like the next level plays to keep up with the faction like Necrons. And the AI doesn't really know how to do next level plays. And the AI has access to unit of like Obelisk, it makes it look strong. And Space Marines don't have access to something like that. They need their whole 200 AQ, which it's not available to them. The only way the Space Marines can keep up with the Necrons. The amount of resources the Necrons are having is just ridiculous. It's probably 3 times what the Space Marines have. I mean, it's so sad when the main city of the Necrons is already better than the Space Marine Fortress. And they have another city and... it looks like they lost that other one. And they have another city, pretty much 2 cities. How are they supposed to compete with somebody with 2 cities like this? You know, the answer and the excuse that, you know, they have to be dealt with in early game and mid game, it's not good enough. I'm getting sick of that excuse in this game. Oh, this is the way it starts, you know, the Forest Monastery expands. The monoliths and the obelisks have way too much health for the Marines. The AI doesn't know how to use transports, which means the Marines will always suck as the AI. I need to spam land raiders to actually have any chance. Transporter is a gimmick for the player. Yeah, I will never really understand how to effectively use it. The amount of the Necron units is sickening here. Half of these units are not even good units at this stage of the game. Look at this shit. This gap in production is just broken. And these guys have 142 requisitions. 142. What the fuck are they doing? I mean, it can be 300 turns in, man. Don't exaggerate. It's only 256. They can have 10% damage. You can't win against that. That's how it is. Damage is absurd. When the spaceman is good in this game. Definitely a surprise here. And the size of the Necron army is huge. Huge. What does that guy even have? Look at the Predator. Turn 259. Has a twinkling glass cannon, not even a heavy bolter. Feels bad, man. Two. In the lore, what's more powerful, a Space Marine Predator or a Lemon Rust Battle Tank? No, is it, bolter is better than a glass cannon? No. It should have a heavy bolters as well. They just don't have the technology. This is the basic weapon of Predator. It's supposed to get more weapons. Just one weapon or tank like this is like early game. Man, the size of the Necron army They're coming for the city. I mean, I'm feeling they're not even gonna lose a single obelisk in this game. I mean, not even a Lord of Scouts could have killed that obelisk. It survived with 1 health. What? They got heavy bolters. This doubles the firepower on the Predator at 2 range. Well, if you don't count the additional heavy bolters, the Lemon Bell tank is equipped with a bell cannon and a last cannon, which means it's stronger than the Predator. Predator is a very disappointing unit. They can't really handle anything really serious. Disembark does not consume movement. Well, that's the shit. That's the shit. They got a Land Raider. Gonna turn tide. It's full of Ring 10 Terminators. They're coming. Why does the Land Raider have orbital deployment? Don't ask me, I don't know. Doesn't look too big to me. I feel like that model is a bit small. Maybe they should just increase the size of it. Like 10%. Man, they're gonna get surrounded hard here. This is not even a bell anymore, this is a slaughter. Holy shit, that's a lot of them coming. Hold on, let's check this out. Still have a ridiculous amount of energy. Still producing a lot. Tomb blades. More like just what's it called? Target dummy. mean, this amount of units here. It's insane. You have to consider this is a normal. They have no bonuses. Maybe, but they got their city. They got their city, so they got lucky. Now, the first Spectator game on normal difficulty looks like win goes to the Necrons. Next one is gonna be on hard. I don't think I'm gonna be doing this on normal again. At least hard or very hard. Things go a little bit faster. Hard it's 10% more loyalty, 10% pretty much faster. It's 10 loyalty, and on very hard it's 30. I'm not sure residency, sure. I'm going to sleep when this is over. When I wake up, we'll see what I'm gonna do. I'm itching to make that absolute madman army I was thinking about while trying to fall asleep. Bully dwarf cities. Oh, the Lord of Skulls is back. All this experience they get just get stronger. It's a slow death when you're fighting a losing battle, losing war. This was all 6 factions: Space Marines, Necrons, Astra Militarum, Chaos Space Marines, Tyranids, and Orcs. The rest has been destroyed. The size of that army of the Necrons is immense. Still keep building units non-stop. No ore, but still getting good energy. Necrons did have 10% health, 10% damage for most of this fight. Towards the, I mean, the moment they got surrounded there, then the Space Marines lost. But it's still a bit ridiculous. You know, if you're not noticing here, they don't even need their obelisks to win their war. They don't even need the most powerful units. Necrons actually have technologies to be more effective inside the cities, allied or enemy cities. Necrons win. Look at the size of that army. What the hell? They didn't even need the obelisk to finish off the base. It's a huge army. So the first AI game goes to the Necrons. I mean, the Aston army had a little bit of bad luck. That's it, boys. I'm gonna go to sleep. See you later.